Welcome back to Whole Remnant. I'm Rebecca. We will be continuing our series of connecting yoga poses to scripture. Today we're going to be taking a look at plank. Now, plank can be one of the more challenging poses, especially as you're trying to build strength and work up to a full plank. But there are a number of options that you can take in order to modify this posture. So first, the full expression of plank is really where you want to dig your hands down into the mat and kind of grip the mat with your fingers. Then you're going to lift your back leg up and your other leg up. Then you want to press into the ground and kind of like you're pressing your shoulders as far as you can. Lift through your stomach muscles. Look a little past your hands. You can press out through your feet and really come into this shape. Now, this can be challenging for some folks, so you can take a plank with your knees down, but still you want to press into your hands, press through your shoulders, lift up your stomach muscles. And so your feet will be up, but really it's the same idea. Then you can lower down into half plank, really pulling your elbows in to your sides there. Now, that pose can be quite challenging, and as we think about scripture, we can think about some things that may be challenging as well regarding planks. So in the Old Testament, God told Noah to build an ark out of acacia wood. He had to hew the planks and build the ark, even though there hadn't been rain before, and it was kind of a weird thing. God said he was going to destroy the earth with a flood, but he was going to save Noah and his family. So Noah had to trust God that God would do what he said. Again, when we're talking about the temple in the Old Testament, a place of worship, the builders of the temple gathered all of the best materials that they could find. At the time, the cedars of Lebanon were high-class wood, so that's what they used to build the temple with the cedars of Lebanon. So, using the best materials to build God's temple. I'm sure that was a challenge too, because they had to transport all the materials. And finally, in the New Testament, there's a clear example of plank, talking about a challenge. Jesus says, first remove the plank from your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. Talking about judging something that your brother does, that you also do as well. And not just brother in the sense of related to you, but someone who is someone else. So when we think about Jesus's words, oftentimes we look at what other people are doing and we judge what they do because it's easier than looking inward at ourselves. But the hard work, the heart work, really comes from doing that work inside of us, removing those planks so that we can help others with their specks, and not just on our own power. We really have to do it with the power of God. This is something that yoga has been teaching me about diving inward, and it's okay to sit with what's inside. Yes, it can hurt. It can bring up a lot of emotions, a lot of past memories, guilt, a lot of things that are not pleasant to deal with, but it is good to bring those up when you're talking with God and dealing with that inward plank so that you can be a better outward light. So as I think about plank, I really think about, yes, it's challenging, but with God on our side, helping us to deal with the planks in our own lives, we really can then be a light so that others can see clearly, to remove the specks with God's help. Thank you so much. Namaste.